Taurus, I'm Ellie with psychicfuture.com and this is your horoscope from the 17th to the 23rd of September. So we've got a really nice week this week. We have got the autumn equinox coming up at the weekend, which is the time of harvest. It's the time when the days and the nights are of equal length and the year is kind of pushing us now into the dark half of the year. So winter and going within and all of these kind of inner wisdom kind of influences. So we're saying goodbye to summer now, and hopefully we've learned a few lessons and we've got some things to say thank you for, because that is basically the theme of the autumn equinox and the harvest season, is saying thanks. So in particular, this autumn equinox, we've got the sun is conjunct Mercury in Libra, and it's also loosely conjunct an asteroid called Ceres. Now, Ceres is the goddess of fertility, agriculture, family, food, motherhood, all of these kind of lovely abundant things that are very particular to this time of year. So what this is guiding us to do is to get together with family and friends, have some good food, have a celebration, share some things with other people. Perhaps you want to donate some food to charity, or you just want to, have a big dinner party and get people that you know round and really kind of like serve them in the way that Virgo season is very known for. So for you in particular, there's an extra little thing going on, which is the sun is in a trine with Uranus in Taurus in your sign. So what this is going to do is it's going to encourage you to create your own traditions in a way. So if you come from a family that are quite traditional, or perhaps they're very used to doing things in a certain way, this sometimes can cause a little bit of tension, because sometimes maybe you don't want to do things that way. And what this trine is with Uranus is it's trying to get you to break free of that. Not in a particularly aggressive way, you can still take on the traditions of your past and of your family, but try and put your own spin on things. So, for example, if you're used to having a very formal dinner party, maybe you want to have a very informal dinner party and you want people to wear silly hats, or do something that is really different. Or maybe you want to go out for dinner instead of cooking for everybody. Or maybe you want to get together and you want to have a party, and maybe your family has been a little bit strict or something and you want to just get some champagne out and have some fun. Or the opposite, maybe your family are very kind of laid back and informal and you want to actually do something that's very practical and very formal and together. So whatever you're used to doing, now is a really nice time to try and break free of that a little bit. See if you can play about with the structures and the traditions of your life and to create your own traditions, because harvest time is such a lovely time for getting together with people and for sharing in the abundance and saying thank you for everything that's come into our lives with the people that mean the most to us. But if we can try and put our own little bit of personality on that as well, then this will be a really lovely weekend for you. And you'll probably find that you actually start to create your own traditions, and that years to come you think, oh, remember when we had that silly hat party, and now that's become our yearly autumn harvest tradition. Just whatever it is that feels right to you and is personal to you, but also gives thanks back to the people that are around you and kind of celebrates this abundant time of year. So I've got a blog post up as well. If you want any extra tips about the autumn equinox, or you want to learn a little bit more about this time of year, then check that out. It's on the Psychic Future website. But for now, I'll pull you a goddess card, because this is a very goddess, feminine time of year that we've got going on here. So I thought these would be quite fitting for you. So what message have we got for Taurus for the autumn equinox? What message for Taurus for the autumn equinox? What's this one? Oh, this is lovely. The dark mysteries. Okay, so we're going within to the dark time of the year. So this card says, the dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber, where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. Okay, so this is talking about, like we were saying, going into the darker half of the year. So now that we've crossed the equinox period, the days start to get shorter, the darkness starts to come in, and we're being encouraged to go within and to see what is inside of us that we can bring out for abundance. So this is saying, like, release any fears you have about perhaps going within. Perhaps you're maybe afraid of what you might find. Perhaps you prefer like the lighter half of the year, and it's all about summer and fun and frivolity and all of these kind of light-hearted kind of things. This is now saying that you've got a lot of power in this darker half of you, and that the gift that you will find inside is this freedom and this abundance and these opportunities that you have to kind of face. You have to like face your fears in order to get this abundance and get these opportunities, but there is a balance going on here. And actually this is very particular to Libra season, which the autumn equinox, it's like the cusp of moving into Libra season. So this is all about balance. Obviously Libra is the scales. So it's like you can't have the light without also having the dark. And you need to be able to welcome both into your life in some way. So whether that is just like facing any kind of insecurities that you might have, or facing any fears that you might have about moving forwards into unknown territory, just kind of like really embrace all of it now and say thank you for every experience that you have in your life, because that is harvest time. It's saying thank you for everything that we experience because we're alive, and that's fantastic. So yeah, embrace your dark goddess. Very exciting. Okay, so have a lovely autumn equinox. I hope you managed to celebrate and get some family time, and I hope to see you next week for Libra season. Much love.